is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped. All right. It's Uncle Ted reporting for duty eternally, indefatigably, irreversibly, universally. Cocked, locked, and ready to rock the clock around the clock, Dr. Spock. So we are praying for Charlie Kirk's family and Charlie Kirk's friends. We're all Charlie Kirk's friends. We do have a shirt, and we haven't even got authorization from TP USA, Turning Point USA, but we're going to sell these shirts. You can go to tednugent.com, and we're going to sell these shirts. I don't know how it's working. My son, Toby, I love my son, Toby. I love my son, Rocco, and my new grandson, River Wolf Nugent. Rocco and Bell had my 13th. I said 14th last week, but it's actually my 13th grandson. My 13th grandchild. I got granddaughters and grandsons. So I love Fleetwood Nugent. Has the Richmond restaurant in Staten Island. If you're ever in New York, turn around and leave as soon as you can. No, you know, I would love to go to New York City, but I'm not gonna. I was invited to go to Zimbabwe to go elephant hunting, which I really enjoyed. The elephants need to die. The people need the meat. We need to balance the herd. Elephants are just big deer. Same productivity rate, even more so. And they overrun their habitat, and they kill people and destroy villages and destroy crops. So we balance the herd. It's called Sustained Yield Wildlife Management 101. I get such a kick out of me. Do you join me in getting such a kick out of me? If you're not having fun with me, your priorities are skewed. And I know that's spelled S-K-E-W-E-D, but I always spell it S-K-U-E-D. Anyhow, it's an adventure. It's a linguistic ballet. It's an adventure, a stream of consciousness and beyond. It's like my guitar playing. I was finding notes on my Gibson Birdland yesterday. God hasn't even authorized some of my licks yet. He's looking down going, good work, Ted. Let me check on those frequencies. I'm not sure those are part of the design, the grand design. So life is an adventure. We need to push the limits. Charlie Kirk pushed the limits. That's why I am Charlie Kirk. Go to tednugent.com. You can get those. I just signed another 1,000 of these babies. Personally autographed, such unlimited mojo. A lot of people just don't know how to handle the mojo. It's like a hot potato. God, Guns, and Rock and Roll, personally autographed Ted Nugent hats at tednugent.com, which we're going through a cluster crank. That's a real America's Voice self-censored term for a military term that identifies a situation that's basically out of control. But anyhow, the cluster crank of my website and that technology, which, by the way, fusion, nuclear. Did you see Donald Trump over there in Great Britain? Boy, do we have the right president. How does he get his hair like that? I want to know, how much time does he spend on his hair? That's so awesome. Such a good-looking man. But I don't spend any time on my hair, obviously, because I don't really care. Actually, I still have hair. I'm happy about that. So anyhow, the world is always challenging. Nobody gets out of here alive. Thank you for tuning in to the big mouth guitar player from Detroit, the Motor City Madman, who celebrates musical authority of the Motor City Madhouse. What a great song. What a great lick. My God, when I hear my songs come on the radio, my truck goes faster. On Ozzy Osbourne's Boneyard on Sirius XM, whatever that is. I have no idea how I get it. But I'll slap it on once in a while. They get some of this heavy metal stuff, which is way too Caucasian for me. I'm looking for some Motown, Little Richard stuff. I'm looking for some James Brown, Wilson Pickett. But once in a while, I'll slap on Ozzy's Boneyard, and they're playing Fred Bear. What a great lick. Now, I'm going to put on this little thing here. By the way, you know, I talk about the fog. We're still heartbroken, which, by the way, Ryan and all you people, I just turned on the musicians switch. Am I still coming across normally? Does it still sound okay? Because I turn on the radio and I hear this magic lick. Just a wonderful lick. I don't know how that sounds over this technology, but here in the Man Cave Cuckoo's Nest, the Arsenal of Democracy, my God, what a great tone. What kind of tone is that? Unbelievable. I'm inspired. You people inspire me. I'm going to turn off this musician's lick just in case some kind of feedback. By the way, I thrive on feedback. By the way, let's go ahead and show you what feedback. I'm getting out of the fog here. I'm helping you escape the heartbreak of the Charlie Freedom assassination. But this is a Gibson Birdland. See, it just makes all kinds of noise. You got to fight the feedback. You got to harness the feedback. Life is like a Gibson Birdland. Life is like a loud Gibson Birdland, and it's going to feed back. And you don't want to eliminate the feedback. You want to harness the feedback. That's what Charlie Kirk did. That's why I am Charlie Kirk. Go to tednugent.com, and while we're cluster cranking my website, we can figure out a way to sell you these shirts. And the money will go to Turning Point USA, because we know that they didn't just kill Charlie Kirk, because you can't kill an idea. King George tried to kill the idea of freedom, and we won because we organized. Barack, this coffee is so good. We organized, galvanized, and recruited patriots that knew that God gave us individual rights. We wrote them down. I don't need the Second Amendment to know I can keep and bear arms. I can keep and bear arms. I do keep and bear arms. I will keep and bear arms. I have the right from God individually, regardless of what the Supreme Court justice, who won't even tell us what a woman is. She's not in charge of my life. She has no say-so whatsoever in my freedom. I laugh in her face. I laugh in the face of the system that confirmed a Supreme Court justice woman who won't tell us what a woman is. She has no authority over anybody. Write it down. Now, I'm a little bolder maybe, though Charlie Kirk, I never watched a whole lot of Charlie Kirk stuff. But every time somebody sent me a version of it, I went, duh, hello. Truth, logic, common sense. That's what Charlie Kirk was. He had truth, logic, and common sense and unlimited evidence, just like I have. I have unlimited evidence to support everything I believe in. That God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule, work ethic, law and order, good over evil, self-defense, the First Amendment. I'm glad the Founding Fathers wrote those down to tell King George, here's the stuff you don't allow us to do. We're writing it down, and from now on, we're doing it. Just like when I kill a sandhill crane in Michigan, they say I can't eat it. It's a ribeye in the sky. I'm eating sandhill cranes. Your laws are immoral. I'm Rosa Parks. That's a black ass. That's a bus seat. I'm putting my Rosa Parks butt on the bus seat. And just because some perverted inbred deviant wears his bedding on his head, tries to arrest me and tell me I can't put my Rosa Parks butt on the bus seat, I'm going to put my Rosa Parks butt on the bus seat anyway. You give the world the best you got and you get kicked in the teeth. Give the world the best you got anyway. You know why? Because I am Charlie Kirk. You can't kill an idea. That's why I fight relentlessly, and it comes right down to private property rights and tax torching. Why do I have to pay taxes on a deal? I bought the land, I paid tax on it, we're done. I don't have to pay tax every year on any purchase. Uncle Sam, IRS, Michigan, Texas, America, leave us alone. I think that's basically what Charlie Kirk was saying, that God gave us basic, irrefutable, self-evident truth, individual rights, and we're going to use them. I have a guest coming on, Stanley DeMar of Detroit, who is just like so many good conservation families, is just being harassed into the dirt for false accusations against an illegal deer, illegal transporting, the Lacey Act. Hey, Safari Club International, why haven't you got rid of the Lacey Act yet? It hasn't saved any elephant ivory, but it's destroyed American families when they bring a deer across state lines during the deer season with a deer license, all legal, and the jackbooted thugs of U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and state game agencies destroy that family. And I'm not backing down. I am Charlie Kirk. This is Real America's Voice, Spirit Campfire.